Hey, today we were talking about an old SFC game, Metal Max 2. The opening of this game is a goodbye. Your character is a young hunter apprentice. Your mentor's name is Maria. The game starts with Maria leading her crew to defend a village called Moto from a criminal organization called the Grapplers. They kidnap people for cruel experiments. The Grapplers' commander, Ted Broiler, wipes out the team. Maria dies, you survive. From that moment on, you carry her hunter license alone. Everything you do for the next dozens of hours starts from this opening. To understand this game, you need to know one person, Hiroshi Miyaoka. In the late 80s, Miyaoka was a veteran on the Dragon Quest team. He worked on the original Dragon Quest. Back then, every Japanese RPG was about slaying dragons. Fight monsters, find a sword, save a princess. Same template, Miyaoka was tired of it. In 1988, he left the mainstream and founded his own studio, Crea-Tech. What he wanted to build was an RPG nobody had tried. Driving tanks across a wasteland. His inspirations. He has said it himself. The old film Battle of the Bulge, with its tank warfare. 50s American post-apocalyptic sci-fi B-movies. Plus Fist of the North Star. Plus Mad Max. The whole flavor, bounty hunters in the wasteland, driving tanks. May 1991. The first Metal Max launched on the Famicom, published by Data East, developed by Crea-Tech. The Japanese marketing slogan was a punch in the face. We've had enough of dragon slaying. A direct shot at Dragon Quest. The game lived up to it. Open world, weak main story, do whatever you want. Romancing saga style, but more extreme. The first game built a hardcore fanbase, but Miyaoka and Crea-Tech knew the Famicom couldn't hold what they really wanted to build. They waited for the next console. The 5th of March, 1993, Miyaoka and Crea-Tech delivered the sequel on the Super Famicom. Better graphics, better music, more cartridge space. The two core ideas didn't change. Open world plus tanks. The tanks are this game. Soul, you are not a sword. Wielding hero, you are a bounty hunter who drives a tank. Tanks are fully customizable. Main cannon, secondary cannon, machine gun, 3 slots. Engine, chassis, armor. Swap them one by one. Find a part, equip it. Strip parts off enemy tanks you defeat. Use them yourself. It is the gear grind loop, but on tanks. The game has 8 legendary tanks scattered across the world. The most famous is one called Wolf, a red main battle tank, hidden inside a pyramid-shaped museum. Fans call it the Red Wolf. It is the totem of this game's hardcore players. Then there is Gepard, a self-propelled anti-aircraft gun, hidden in a city called Taishar. The locals there worship the tank as a war god, built a shrine for it. You go through their rituals, you walk away with their war god. There is Mammut, a self-propelled gun stuck 5 floors deep in a cave. There is Elephant, a super heavy tank parked 6 floors below Bias City. Late game gets crazy. A Dr. Batou figure who take your scrap and custom. Build you German-style tanks, Abyssian, Stradivari, Tiger, Leopard. The names alone tell you what this game is about. The signature bounty hunter mechanic also matured here. There is a hunter office in the game, wall plastered with wanted posters. Each one names a target, where it is, what it looks like, how much it pays. You take a contract, you find it, you ambush it, kill it, return. Collect the cash, buy parts, ammo, a better tank. This system became the series' signature. Every sequel copies it. The wanted monsters themselves have personality. The Pichipichi brothers are the funniest. The 2 guys staring at the wanted posters in the office. That is them. Talk to them. They bolt. The deeper you go, the more you find out. Ted Broiler is actually the head of the Grapplers. The real mind behind it is Bias Vlad, once a wealthy scientist who tried to save the environment with his intellect. Then he caught an incurable disease, got obsessed with avoiding death. He triggered the regional apocalypse with nuclear fire to keep humanity below his level so no one could surpass him. Before he died physically, he uploaded his mind to a supercomputer. That upload is the late game final boss, Eternal Vlad. The game tells you Maria's death is T1 line of dialogue. You follow the contract from Ted Broiler all the way to Eternal Vlad. For characters, you pick from different classes: hunter, mechanic, soldier. Different classes, different skills, different repair abilities. Mid-game, you recruit companions. 3-person crew. The most famous companion is a smart dog. Mounted with a bazooka, Japanese players call him Pochi. Detects mines, attacks enemies, scouts for you. For a 1993 cartridge RPG to make a pet this useful, that is rare. When Famitsu S4 person panel scored it, they gave it 78831 out of 40. Silver Hall of Fame, but the real story is sales. 280,000 copies, the highest in the series. To this day, Miyaoka and Crea-Tech weren't done with the SFC. September 1995, they delivered another title, Metal Max Returns, an SFC remake of the original Famicom game. But Data East's good days were ending. In the late 90s, Japan's arcade industry was in decline overall. Data East's main arcade business got squeezed by Capcom, Sega. Others' console business couldn't keep pace either. In 1999, Data East entered court-supervised reorganization. They struggled for over 3 years. The 20th of June 2003, now production, SGBA port of Metal Max 2, called Metal Max 2 Kai, hit the shelves. A Game Boy Advance Metal Max 2 was meant to be a treat for old fans. 5 days later, the 25th of June, Data East formally declared bankruptcy. Shipping a sequel and folding 5 days later, that is not a thing you see often. The trademark got stuck. For years, a company called Success worked around it and made several entries under the name Metal Saga. But Crea-Tech and Miyaoka stayed quiet. In 2008, a publisher called Enterbrain found Miyaoka and asked if he wanted to make another one. Miyaoka said yes. In 2009, Enterbrain bought the Metal Max trademark back. In 2010, Metal Max 3 launched on the DS. Then Metal Max 4, then Metal Max Xeno. All the way to today. In 2022, Cygames acquired the entire Metal Max IP from Kadokawa. Miyaoka went with the IP. He joined Cygames from 1988 when Crea-Tech was founded, to 2022 when he joined Cygames. Miyaoka held this series for 34 years. 3 publishers came and went. Data East collapsed. Success picked up briefly. Enterbrain sold to Kadokawa. Kadokawa sold to Cygames. 7 console generations crossed. Famicom, SFC, GBA, PS2, DS3 seconds, PS4, Switch. But Miyaoka, the man, didn't change. Back to this SFC sequel. Its opening is an apprentice watching a mentor die. Its middle is you driving the Red Wolf, taking out the bounties, finishing the contracts your mentor couldn't. Its publisher went bankrupt 5 days after shipping the GBA port. Its designer, for over 30 years, hasn't let this series go. 29 years from Maria's death to Cygames' acquisition. One man held it the whole way. Follow me. I'll see you next time.